made it.
第一集的预算呢只有900万美金，却卖破了1亿5600万，简直是翻倍赚。
We're still in the game.
导演他2017年被 Blumhouse 找去指导鬼，只要是鬼的我就会讲不顺。刚发生超惊恐的事件，就是讲一讲，我正要讲出那个恐怖片的片名的时候，电池没电了，请保佑我。听到这里，大家应该知道我们今天要访问的是哪一部片了吧？没错，就是《密室游戏：胜者为王》。看我们的专访。Popcorn Movies Taiwan. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Annie.
Hi.
Hi, Popcorn Movie.
Hi, how are you?
Do it.
Good luck. 2019年最成功的电影之一。
I'm in.
续集紧张有过之而无不及。Welcome to Minos Escape Rooms.
It's happening again. So what is this? Like a tournament of champions?
密室游戏2胜者为王真的从头到尾都超精彩，吓得别人都快要妈妈号了啦！不是妈妈抱哦，妈妈抱。Talking about the screenwriters, this movie you work with 4 screenwriters, so it must be a very difficult one to make. So which room, or should I say, which scene took you most time to complete?
Yeah, I mean the rooms were really hard. You know, in the first movie we did fire, we did gravity, we did ice, cold, we did gas. So we did a lot of the things. We killed people in a lot of the ways you killed people. So that was the really hard thing, was coming up with the puzzles and the way that the movie would play out. I think you know, we brought on a lot of different writers, brought the original writers back, brought some new writers in, just to kind of shake things up. The puzzles themselves are really difficult. We knew we wanted to do a Zoe revenge story at the end of the first movie. She has coordinates. It's going to lead her to downtown Manhattan. So that was our way in. There's some cool surprises that happen in this movie that are different than the first movie. The rooms themselves aren't necessarily about the character backstories. They're leading towards this really cool mystery that it's going to show that Minos, the evil organization, is very manipulative in all aspects of our lives. The game is expanded. They can control us. They can make us do things. And I think that's what we wanted to do with this, is suggest, you know, that, you know, we have no control over, you know, them. They're like a god in the movie.
And remind me of not going on any MTR train with you in any time soon, or like ever.
Fair enough.
It was your very first idea of this movie, right?
Yeah, I wanted to, look, I think at the end of the first movie, you know, we set up a plane, and the idea that, you know, that they wanted to get Zoe on the plane, but I thought I didn't want to do what the audience expected, and I liked the idea that she was still afraid to fly, and that gave us an opportunity to then have Minos have to change course and go, okay, how do we pull her into the game? And I love the idea that I always, as a kid, would take subway cars in Boston, and you go through those tunnels, and they're really scary and freaky. And I thought, how scary would it be if you were in the middle of a train, you think you're with people on the street, and then suddenly you're pulled right in. And so, yeah, and it also lent itself to like electricity. You know, you want a space like the beach. Like the beach is a perfect example. What's going to kill you on a beach? Well, it could be the water, or it could be the sand. So it was about finding a space that was beautiful and kind of big and majestic, but could also have something organic within it that could kill people. You know, New York City streets, acid rain comes down from the ceiling. You know, again, a beautiful space. You have neon, you have bodegas, shops and stuff, but you know, you better get under those awnings before you get burned alive.
I can imagine how challenging it was for both of you to shoot this film. You must go through a lot of sands, a lot of waters, a lot of panic, a lot of everything. So if you must reshoot in one of these rooms, which one would be your last wish to revisit?
My last wish would be to revisit the beach room. The beach room was quite smelly, given the fact that they were using recycled sand. So imagine an old fishbowl take a whiff of that, and that's what it smelled like for 2 weeks.
How about Holland?
Yeah, for me, the bank. The bank for me, because I am a small person and there were very tall counters and I was having to climb on these counters, but do it in a sort of a action Hollywood kind of way. And watching a short person climb on a massive counter, there's no Hollywood way to do that. It just looks bad. And so that was my weirdly, like out of all the stuff they put me through, that was the weirdest thing for me. It was just climbing on a counter. I couldn't do it apparently very well.
No, you look perfect. I learned that if you didn't hit the right marks, the room might really be dangerous even for you actors, right?
Yeah, because the director would yell at us, you know, and then we'd get a whipping. No, I'm just, no, everybody was very communicative, and the thing is, if anything was dangerous, it would just be the fact that we would have to do it again. I mean, each room is so meticulous and there are so many minute details that we have to get so much coverage. So one wrong move means another take, and that's gonna take a lot.
Yeah, for me, I did a stunt where I had to jump like from the ground, but there was no like second level to then get up on the counter, but I couldn't use my hands because the hands would set off a laser. So I had to somehow jump like 4 feet into the air and land on a high heel, like a heel shoe. And my foot slipped out because it was marble. And then somehow I like my feet came out from underneath me and then landed, but they were on a different angle. So they're like, go again, go again. I'm like, I'm so lucky I didn't just crack my head open. And so, but they could, because they couldn't see what was actually happening with me because the room was so big. And so I think that was my scariest stunt where I was like, I don't want to do this again, but you know, you can't say that. You have to go do it again.
After making these two extremely nerve-wracking films, I assume that you are truly an expert of escaping rooms in real life.
I lock myself in my own bathroom sometimes, to be honest. I don't know that I'm an expert in anything. I'm certainly not good at escape rooms. I'll tell you that. Like my writer and her partner are very good at them. I'm usually the guy in the corner going, "Let me out," you know, looking at my clock or my watch. So you would think I'd be an expert, but not really.
And how about the one-shot scene? Was it a lot of fun or a pain in the ass?
Yes. It was the most insane thing that I've ever experienced. I mean, you know, I thought the trash compactor situation from the first one was going to be crazy, but this one shot really, you know, gave the depiction of the claustrophobic experience, and it was quite wild to see, you know. I mean, I'd say as far as being immersed in something as an actor, that one you really felt like something was going to go wrong because your ceiling is actually coming down and they've got everything, you know, rigged to be safe, but it doesn't feel safe at all. And so, you know, the tighter the quarters, the harder it becomes. So I didn't have to do a lot of acting in that situation. It was quite wild.
So how many takes did you have?
That took about 8 takes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Crazy. And talking about the screaming and yelling in the film, how did you protect your voice? Especially you need to be like at level 10 all the time.
You know, if we have to do another movie, I'm gonna have to get a vocal coach of some way of trying to get the diaphragm to, you know, emote more. It was, yeah, it's quite wild. I feel like my voice is callous to the screaming because I've been doing it so long. So, yeah, I don't lose my voice, thankfully, but it does scratch your throat just a bit.
Yeah, I'm a permanent smoker, even though I've never smoked a cigarette, because I have like a raspier voice that at the beginning of my acting career I did not have. I even got like tested for nodes one time because of the screaming I've done in my previous jobs, but no, I just am stuck with this raspy voice, and unlike Logan, I can actually lose my voice if I talk too much. So yeah, definitely coaching with the diaphragm to take the days. of screaming.
I can't help noticing that your birthday is on May 26th, and there is something about it in the movie also. And Sony released the trailer of this one on your birthday too. So were those coincidence or your well-designed Easter eggs?
Oh, it's an Easter egg. So you're doing your homework already. I'm really surprised you caught that. Good eyes. You would make a very good player.
I wish I could survive in those escaping room.
Hey Taiwan, it's Logan. We just want to say we love you all. And listen, if you liked Escape Room 1, the Tournament of Champions is a high-octane thrill ride. And you want to see it in theaters because you want that full visceral experience. It's going to be so much fun, and we can't wait to see you at the movies.
Hey Taiwan, this is Holland Roden. I'm in a movie called Escape Room Tournament of Champions. And if you love Logan Miller's screams the first time, you're going to love them even more the second time. There are bigger rooms, there's bigger stunts, and I don't want you guys to miss it. So get to a theater the old-fashioned way, drive in the car or the subway, get to that theater and see it on the big screen, because then you'll feel like you're there with us.
No subway.
No subway. That's what I was gonna say, but you might not take the subway home.
Hi, my beautiful Taiwanese friends and family. I actually really want to go to Taiwan. It's always been a dream of mine. You got to see Escape Room Tournament of Champions in the theater. The surround sound mix, the music, it's going to pulse pound you. It's going to rock your seat. It's going to keep you on the edge of your seat. So please see it in the theater. And I hope you guys escape. I hope you guys can get out.
Thank you very much. Hope to see you next time in Taiwan.
Thank you so much. Take care.
We're still in the game.
Good luck.
访完继续这个惊呆的脸，好开心哦！我觉得他们人都超级好的。如果你们刚刚有认真看专访，应该可以感受到边不停的就是放送爱心，不管是导演或者是 Logan 跟 Holland 那一组，那两个大家都超可爱，而且没想到 Logan 是一个冷面笑匠吧？他讲笑话就是一个脸非常严肃，就是很震惊的脸，但是他讲出来的话是好笑的。应该是讲笑话吧，应该我没有会错意吧。好，今天跟大家介绍就是这部密室游戏《胜者为王》。我觉得这部片真的出乎我意料，因为我本来第一集老实说，我第一集并没有看，因为我一直以为它就是那种乱杀人，然后小成本，就是没有什么出名的演员，然后小成本乱杀人的片，所以我就很血腥的那种恐怖片，所以我就没有看。然后因为这次要做第二集的访问，然后我还特地问公关说，那需要看第一集吗？他就说最好还是看一下，因为会有一些关联。好，大家记得，如果你还没看第一集的话，就记得要先去看。如果你已经2年前，2019 2年前看过的话，你也可以再复习一下，这样你看第二集会更有 feel。那当然呢，我看了之后，我才发现，天哪，我2019年竟然错过了这部超级卖座成功的好片，因为我觉得它并不是那种血腥，就像我刚刚讲，并不是我本来以为的那种血腥恐怖的惊悚片，它其实是有点推理，然后斗智，然后冒险。其实我在边看的时候，边觉得它很像现代版的印第安纳琼斯。那因为印第安纳琼斯那个系列是我以前小时候很喜欢，就是它有考古的元素，当然这部片没有，不是考古啦。那当然就是破关，然后解谜破关，就是一关关过，然后每一关其实是要用脑袋去思考。杀人的过程是有过程，但是不会让你看到什么渡破长流啊、什么脑浆啊那种我就比较不能接受。像夺魂锯那种，我就会一直闭眼睛。这部片呢，我是一直在那里尖叫，就是跟这个衣服，所以我今天才会又穿上这件衣服。就我整个看片的时候脸超歪，然后因为第二集我们是在就是看在电脑上看的，我整部片虽然才90分钟吧，我整部片看了5个小时才看。中间当然有去吃饭啊，干嘛，然后帮那个我姐小孩看功课啦。但是中间为什么看那么久？因为就一直停，只要太紧张，我觉得在家里看片，不知道有没有跟大家分享过，就是 有可能在上次的直播有跟大家分享过，就是只要是太紧张的那种片，我就会想要暂停，然后想去喝个水啊，上个厕所啊，吃个东西啊，就是缓一缓情绪，然后再继续看下去，不然我就会超紧张。然后就是，而且就是看这部片的时候，我真的有在家里尖叫，而且我是在房间里面看，因为我想说要尽量模拟那个就是被关在房间里面的感觉，自作孽。真的很好看，看完电影就已经很喜欢这个电影，就没想到今天的访问又更加分，就是访完导演已经是超级大星，访完 Logan 跟 Holland 呢，真的也是超可爱的。那讲完访问的趣事呢，当然就是要好好来跟大家介绍一下这部电影啦。它的第一集呢，其实是从2017年的8月就开始发展故事。这个系列电影很特别的是，他们是在南非拍的。今天的时间关系没有办法问他们为什么要在南非拍摄，但是呢，像恶灵古堡之前也是在南非拍摄，他们那边的电影工业是非常不错，像还有那个疯狂麦斯愤怒岛也是在南非拍的。2019年1月上映之后呢，就在全球写下了非常好的票房成绩，是当年非常卖座的电影之一。2019年的4月就宣布续集启动，然后年底就开始拍。本来呢是去年的年中就要上映了，但是因为疫情的关系，就一直延档。本来已经一路要延到明年去了，2022年。之前一直延档的时候，也有人去问导演说，那这部电影要不要考虑就是在线上发行？但导演觉得他拍这部片呢，其实就是希望让大家在电影院里面会更有 feel， 在黑黑的戏院看才会有最大的效果。我真的非常同意。我觉得如果我有机会在戏院再看一次，我一定会就是在台湾演的时候，我一定会再去戏院看一次，感受那种大家一起被关在那个黑黑的房间，然后有音效，跟导演刚刚说有音效，有整个压迫密闭空间的那种压迫感。我相信这部片会非常的好看。除了在这部电影里面的演员之外呢，其实房间才是这部电影真正的明星，大家都很期待，就像《绝命终结战》一样，大家就是很期待说，哦，那下一个关卡会是什么？下一个那个主角死是什么方法？那这个也是，就是大家很期待说，哦，下一关会是什么？那其实呢，他们很特别的是，编剧和美术组一起去把所有的构想发挥出来。平常呢的电影都是编剧先编好，然后再交给美术组啊、道具组啊他们去制作道具嘛。但这一次呢，他们美术组从一开始编剧的过程中就参与，因为这样他那个编剧才可以把那些可以真的实行，可以把房间做得更好的东西写到剧本里面。我真的觉得很厉害，这一招很好。他们尽量就是以真实场景来帮助演员入戏。接下来当然就是要替大家解密房间到底这次有多厉害。但是呢，在解密的过程中，我怕我会不小心的爆雷，或是让还没看过的观众有一些蛛丝马迹。所以呢，这一部分呢，我们等电影上映之后再播好了。先跟大家卖个关子。那现在呢，大家就赶快专访再重看一次，把他们可爱的那个笑脸通通记起来，还有编的大星。那当然最重要的就是别忘了募资订阅定下去，或者是呢专访播出的时候抖内抖下去，这样编和爆米花看电影才能长长久久，好吗？下次见，房间解密过2天见。